Nice knowing you.
On the other side.
Yeah, I can't see on this side.
2, 1.
I hate
Yeah,
this
we're
already.
off. Success. All right. We're
All right.
no,
No.
you're just making way. You're
Okay,
making way.
so I had a bagel before this.
Continue.
For this with like pricing and stuff, because over the past couple of years, I think one of the biggest in the cream ale on Nitro. Always great.
Their box and whisker, and they also had a coconut stout. I forget the name of it though. It's their stout, but with coconut in it. So good.
Nice. Somebody was saying these guys had sent these to Brian over order into your
It's the end of
bit
year
of,
one for me. I don't know how you're counting it. All right.
should have had a little bit of high life just as a control.
Down the floor of a brew house after they were like had bottled and kegged.
Yeah.
Because it does have a
Happy
fla-
Labor Day.
It does have a beerness about it, but it's
If you
weird.
Squeegeed across the floor with one of those big wide squeegees.
Don't we all have koozies?
Too many.
Pumpkin. Like I don't want the pumpkin. I
They
can't
have,
imagine.
they have a pumpkin?
It says, "Oh, flavors coming soon." Do you not see this?
Oh.
Oh, I got it. What do we got in the comments, man? Nothing.
It's Labor Day. God,
Yeah.
I hope not.
I did jeans 2 days ago, but I can't.
I got to start pulling the AC.
Oh, no.
It's like a single sip over like
Scotch Power 5 minutes, and then the ambulance comes.
it's Powerman 5000 in the background.
Boy.
Yep,
We went down.
that's true.
Put all of it in there.
Can you?
But-
I wonder what a stout table beer.
Yeah. I can see the color in that.
Ugh, pale.
It's definitely twice as dark as
Yeah,
it should be.
yeah, oh, yeah.
It's tiny. If people camped out there, nobody else would get in.
Was that 30 seconds?
What about like? Do they have like merch and that sort of stuff there? Is it
Kind of a thing, just based on the situation.
now? Is this a Massachusetts law? Because I remember.
Buy stuff
Right.
that they haven't tried
But is it relative to food like it is in New Hampshire? Is it,
for the summer in the Rose Kennedy Greenway.
Okay.
The Mad Hops. So I was short on my shot here.
My one fear with this, before you get back into that,
No specialty food trucks attached or anything. It's just whatever you want. I assume you could bring food. I didn't see anybody stopping anybody.
I mean, because right up there should be food trucks at the end of that greenway anyway. Aren't there usually?
Oh,
It's kind of
live.
coaster-free fucking
speaking
thing
of
here, huh?
danky IPAs, Nature.
But then on its return trip, they had were you at the beer fest up in Portland?
Was I? Mm-hmm. No.
Did you take a minute to just tell us
it's
about
sip fill.
Night Shift?
Sip fill. Sip fill. That's the only way to do it.
drug there, if I remember that correctly.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's nice, and it's not terribly hard to find parking there. We went. This, by the way, is foul and disgusting. There's no way to make this any better. I would take.
He's referring to the
Halfway through, just to let you know.
amazing. What you know? What if we do? What if we were to put a couple squirts of that in water? Like that would actually be more.
That's a good test.
That would be
like
more
seltzer
interesting.
water. We see.
Yes,
still have the carbonation.
You need the carbonation.
Well,
but
and
you
listen, this house is normally stocked with seltzer.
fermented, but it wasn't like super funk or anything.
When you want to, can you pull screwed with that? That was 5 seconds. So.
It feels fast to me, even. Also,
Morph Batch 52, which is their rotating
Yeah.
IPA,
and they put
hops change.
they put every version of that on Untapped. What do you feel about that, real quick? Versions and years of years is fine, but like every time.
Well, no. If you've got a rotating,
I know the beers are different, but it also clogs Untapped. But I guess it's up to the brewery whether they want to clog their list with bi-weekly beers. I guess I don't know.
what I would like is Untapped to add.
was on her mind as well.
Oh.
And she works for Bad Labs Brewery, so
It was a fever. I woke up in a fever dream and just I had the software made.
that's a great screen grab.
One that I did try that Ashley had, which was a Berliner Weiss. It was one of their
It's number 37.
fruited Berliner Weisses.
By the way, do you want to talk about the pizza story or no?
Oh, wait, I want to
No,
know.
dog friendly, which I don't have a dog yet, but I liked everything about it.
So I must
Wait,
have been
inside was dog friendly.
off because and I have a really high tolerance for bad service. I'd be like, oh, they're probably
This is our 40th, so we have 20 more. I guess it's fine. 41. Find out after this.
I feel like it's got to be just
It was just
Duquesne.
They don't
Just
do
cans.
They don't do crowlers either.
Nope.
I didn't know that.
They sent their crowler to Notch, I think.
Oh, I think you mentioned that. Yeah.
Yeah, or I know Backyard has a crowler.
So
on its last
so
legs.
yes.
so
Well-
do you base it on the on the reputation of the brewery. I think we actually
Absolutely.
commented at Tributary. They do the pre-filled growlers thing. Well, but it's Todd, so it's
Right.
going to be right.
Right.
So I wanted
Obviously, half of the stuff I bought is mine, but the other half is going to go across country.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of other half, Frosty DG. I'm not going to bring up.
You had the freedom to put your ceilings at any height.
No, that was like you go to John Adams' house, and John Adams was like 4'11".
Wikipedia that right now. How tall is John Adams? Look it up right now. We have been on.
I almost forgot to take my shot
You get,
here.
to see
I was
ben,
distracted.
you get to see Ben Franklin's parents' graves, so that's worth your money, which is free.
dumb.
On a side
trail.
note, though, about
Yeah.
I mean,
Or send me I want a picture of your spatial.
it's not done yet, by the
I
way.
think he's a funny guy too.
He's dead.
Was
he said
No.
was
this is his biggest joke?
Ben just said, "Let me finish under his breath."
Moon is the greatest human
You're
achievement.
talking to the wrong person for this, but
Are you kidding me? What do you think is the greatest human achievement ever?
you're talking to the wrong person about that conversation, and then we'll have that some other time.
Probably a brewery really close that may not be world class and known by every beer geek everywhere.
Okay.
But there's good beer being made everywhere, and this bad beer
close to you.
There's bad beer being made close to you too.
I wouldn't have thought about that. That's a,
but
that's a
go
good answer.
find the good close one and stick to it.
Great answer. I mean, yeah.
I think some of it too has to like somebody who's not into beer. You gotta have to like dial in.
Like beer.
I was
Like,
just-
people who don't like beer haven't had the right beer. Just like,
But they also-
we can talk about your Oban sitting right there. I don't like. I say this actually. I don't like single malt scotches, but I also post face that with I haven't found the right one for me yet.
So I was told, going back to this real quick, I was told this is not that peaty.
Probably.
Oh wow, this is great.
So my advice, so it's tough to
Like IPAs.
okay.
Or she doesn't like the bitterness.
Okay.
But I feel like the bitterness is relative too. Like
Oh, it's big and bitter but you're right. A lot of times it is, but go have a double or a triple that sometimes is more malty in some cases. There's a sweetness about it. Like it's a balance. And you know what? You
Yeah.
need a balanced beer.
great
It's the
comment from
unbalanced
Ashley in
ones.
here too. She says she points out that even though you say she's not going to like it, she'll still try it every time.
Oh,
And that's fine, though.
absolutely.
So,
It's
yeah,
just like
and-
she
but it's
drinks
also-
Belgians and I try everyone and I hate those too.
Yeah. Also don't feel forced to try something, but
You bring up another idea that I want to dig into is the trying. Let's take our shot and then we'll talk about it.
we're tryhards, is what you're saying for the podcast?
No.
Live for your try hard.
So one of the that don't
Period.
care. They have their customers are going to show up anyway,
Right.
and they just don't
I hate
care.
it. I hate that though. But on the same side of that is like they don't see that. The ones that are in line just don't give a shit. Like they don't see it. They don't. This is
Ben,
bullshit.
you need to regulate here.
50
You are the
cent-
I was
referee.
watching that last one like 15 seconds
like-
went by.
we're
And I
like-
was like,
57, by the way.
Yeah, we're going to do this. That's fine. We're at Red Hook 10 years ago now. and-
Byron.
Oh, of course, Byron. I never went on a tour.
guy.
There was one tour I took that wasn't Byron.
Totally.
Byron working? No.
No,
Okay,
he's,
bye.
he's not wearing that anymore. Don't. That's if you want a belly flop in a beer. Get in that.
For me,
He's gonna say heady topper, and he's gonna leave this house immediately.
Mike, I don't think he has to take his mic off the stand before he can drop it.
so on tap like at all times, rotating, and then
Because there's enough choices. We did hit 60. Well, we should do one more just to make sure. We should do that last buzzer. Oh, do you need me to fill you up?
Yeah,
there?
sure, but I was wondering about what the MacGruber like.
Sean Walker in the comments says that we should do a bourbon talk.
Yes,
I love.
I've
Yes,
I've
no, but-
asked for a brown liquor talk since my first appearance.
Cheers, sir. So the fourth seat,
Cheers is right. We made it.
we did it.
We made it.
The cheers is for Sean because we have a fourth mic and he will be here for that. I love friend from home. He's got to be sitting right there for the bourbon talk.
Beautiful.
It's probably